All right, welcome back to Curse of Strahd. You are currently sort of near the end of the temple, I guess you could say, at least the central sanctum sort of area. And where we last left off, essentially, Claw, Eirril, and Ichiro have all gone to different sarcophagi and placed their hands upon them. Now, our character, I've already discussed with you guys at varying lengths, sort of the effects and stuff. In character, what's going to happen is we'll say it from Xyril's perspective. Xyril, you are watching them.
Yep.
And to your eyes, they all place their hands on the sarcophagi and they all lift their hands off the sarcophagi, and you don't see anything, at least to you, that looks different. And I think we'll go from there. So
I don't even know. I don't even know OC whether they took it or not.
I ain't telling you shit.
Because I've been thinking about these over in the week, and the one that interests me the most is this resurrection one.
Mm-hmm.
I have ideas with that, depending on the extent of how it works.
Technically, I see you don't know the offer, but obviously you're welcome to question people about the gifts they were offered.
Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that now?
I mean, if you think it's Xyril would, because you're clearly in an area which is a bit distinguished from the rest of the place, like a central sanctum. There were vampires guarding it, so I think it would make sense if you were curious about, like, oh, what's in here that's so special. But of course, it's up to you what you think.
Yeah, all right. Well, none of you seem to have sprouted wings or grown extra horns or extra limbs, so those can't have been too bad, I suppose. Or every you turn into mortar assholes, I don't know.
I feel good. I feel good. I feel good.
That's a positive, I suppose. Claw?
I was not interested in such a gift.
Oh, what was it?
It is something too much like Strahd to do.
Anyway,
why are you so interested? You don't like these gifts anyway.
No,
so
I
now
know.
you decide to want to be part of us.
No, not as such. Just for, trying to find out what I need to now deal with. What about you?
You feel like you need to deal with us, do you?
Anyway, Eirril, how was yours?
I had to decline.
Oh, what was yours?
It was too much power, too much bad power. I couldn't. There's too much risk involved.
Fair enough.
Risk. What risk was it?
Just risk. There's good and bad risk. This is some bad risk.
Well,
I didn't like what was gonna.
I think you could tell us more, don't you? This is very secretive, don't you think?
It's it's just a bad risk, and I didn't want to go near it, to be honest. Wow. I could have accepted it, and I could have gone down that road, but no.
Must have been.
What was it, Eirril?
You've come this far.
Why stop? But the power that we took before, there was a difference. This is a big binding.
Must have been one hell of
a risk I didn't want to take. It was just jump. Yeah.
Wow, must have been one hell of a thing, considering you guys were all touchy-feely before. Well, I suppose that can't be a bad thing. I guess we ascend.
Yeah, you want to go up the staircase?
I don't think we should go that way. Perhaps maybe we should go a different way.
Oh.
Why?
What's wrong with...
We come all this way, why not go up the stairs?
You might go to a secret...
There was more of these lower levels to explore. Unless there's something that particularly draws you upstairs, Xyril.
Well, I figured. Secret room. This must lead somewhere that's the other places don't get to.
We can always come back down the stairs later.
I mean, these vampires are just protecting these stones.
I mean, let's face it. You've got these. I mean, if something is guarded, it usually means something is good. That's my.
Or bad.
Well, you don't really want to keep. You don't tend to. Well, you're either keeping something out or you're keeping something in. One of the two. And if they were hiding in boxes, I don't really think they were keeping something in. That's not really good guarding.
Well, then go ahead, lead the way, Xyril.
Nah, see, I'm too puny for that. I think someone a lot stronger should go ahead.
Nah, you're the bait. You go
Yeah,
first.
that's not happening. I'll stay right here. I'm happy here.
Do you want to go upstairs? Why not you go upstairs?
I was just suggesting.
Maybe you
Follow
should
your
go, Ichiro.
suggestion. Follow your suggestion through, Xyril.
It's fine.
Ichiro, you seem pretty pumped up.
I agree. Perhaps you should go first.
Yeah.
I have not seen you go first for a while.
I don't need to go first.
You like to be behind us quite a lot. I think perhaps you would be better off in front with your hellhound.
Oh, what hellhound? Oh, there's one left.
There's one left, yeah.
No.
Wait.
My music carries better if you're in front, you see.
What is that staircase? Did you just reveal that?
Oh, it's a slight
step
mistake I
back.
made earlier. It's not relevant now.
Oh,
It
okay,
would have led
okay.
to the statue, but I misread it. But
Oh,
anyway.
okay. So,
But it's enclosed in walls. We can't see that one, can we?
There's like another thing for it. Don't worry about it. It's not relevant anymore.
Fine.
I'm guessing it leads to the same stairs we would go up,
Probably.
is my guess.
Or we go up and we go down those, maybe. But we'll see. Well,
Anyway, lead on, someone.
Oh, lead on, Ichiro.
I don't need to go anywhere.
oh man, we're gonna be here for ages.
why don't you guys play?
Errol's
Why don't,
gonna walk up.
I was
Errol's
saying-
gonna walk up.
I think you guys could have rock paper scissors. Maybe we should rock paper scissors from
jeez.
now on.
Does anybody follow Eirril? You're going to wait for him to go up and like call
Yeah,
back sort of thing?
I'll go with him. I'll go second.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch them both go up, and keep an eye on Ichiro as I go up the stairs.
And I will go last.
Mad suspicion after that.
Okay.
How come you've changed your tune, Claw?
I don't know. I have noticed that in this temple you have made a few mentions of goadings and certain things.
And you have
Sometimes
not?
You more so than all of us. Ever since you got that stuff, in fact.
No. You're playing fools, Claw. You're being suspicious over nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about. At this point, Claw shiftily looks around everywhere. Haiss, do I see anything?
You do not. But I mean, nothing extra. What you guys do all see as you go up is you basically come into looks like a library type room. I'm not sure if I described the staircase last time, but it's golden marble. It's got like a black marble railing sort of around it.
Wow.
And the bookcases are all also constructed of black marble. And you see hundreds and hundreds of books just lining all of these bookcases. And kind of similar to like the skeletons bit, it's got like very nice like rugs and like sort of snug chairs. There's lights glowing from candelabras that you can kind of see in like the southern part of the room. Yeah, that's what you see.
Is there?
Oh, more books.
Can I sort of look through, see if I can find? What can I look for? Anything with? Would Strahd really have a book? Probably not.
Yeah, histories.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, anything that would help us. So maybe anything to do. Anything to do with
He is vain enough
anything
to have
to-
a book about himself.
Yeah, I suppose.
Probably, yeah.
Anything to do with vampires or Strahd? Is there any? Can I find anything like that? Any books about that?
None of the books are titled, so you have to pick one
For
up at
fuck's
random.
sake!
What?
Oh god!
They're just completely blank.
Right,
I
I will,
mean, there's
I'll,
at least nothing on the cover. You can take one out and have a look
right,
at it. if you
I'll look at a random one here. I guess.
I'll look at a random one as well.
So will I.
Okay. Can
Claw's
everybody
going up against the wall, not looking at any books, and just resting his back against the wall in this
Okay,
corner.
you're all somewhat magically inclined, which is handy. Can you all roll Arcana?
Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry, everybody who's like picked up a book, can you roll Arcana?
Arcana.
Uh,
15.
24.
Mhm.
Don't know why he has a +8 to Arcana, but there you go.
15 as well.
Okay, Eirril and Ichiro. So you open the books and everything's completely blank. All the pages are blank. Everything inside is blank. However, you get the feeling that there is something. It's just been magically obscured. Xyril, you rolled quite well, so you can discern that somebody has cast quite a powerful enchantment on this book, and in fact, it extends to all the other books in this library. You feel, it's basically, yeah, you definitely know that somebody has cast magic to hide the information that was in these books.
So are they all blank?
They all appear to be blank, but yeah.
God damn it. We need someone who learns to spell magic.
We knew someone who did,
Mm.
but they died.
Like everyone dies.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think someone's got some tomfoolery and magically hiding the stuff in these books.
Tomfoolery.
Yeah.
He uses that language.
Oh, I mean, sorry.
Someone's pulling our tail here.
Yeah, that's
Who
the
is
one.
this Tom? Is he here?
No, don't worry.
Where is he?
It's
I
a
cannot see him.
it's a saying I once heard. Yeah, basically people been mucking about, all fucking causing shit, and all these things are empty. But it seems to be a magical thing. I don't know about you guys, but I can't get rid of it.
I don't
Can
have
I-
that kind of power.
Can I see the books from where I am?
Yeah, I guess no one's really. aiming
As
to
in,
hide
are
them
they
from you,
just
I
sort of
guess.
opening them out in front of them?
Yeah, I imagine unless
Mhm.
anyone specified otherwise, that they're
Paul's just
opening
going
the
to
books.
peer over just to see if he can see that they're blank as well, just to confirm that Xyril is completely telling the truth.
Yeah, they do also look blank to you.
Okay, just checking.
You're awfully suspicious. There, Claw. What's going on?
We have known each other very little time. I have almost died once. I am not very healthy at the
Died?
moment. Almost died once.
You died once.
I cannot fully trust any of you.
But we've gone through the whole of this temple so far, even accepting gifts from those amber things together. And only now you decide to be suspicious.
You're muted.
That's a very, that's a very, that's a funny time to be muted.
In fact, this temple is what brings my suspicions. All of you have been acting particularly strange, especially the puny Xyril.
Wow.
For a Warlock not accepting any gifts at all, that is terrifying. And you have been goading us since you got that staff, and Eirril.
You can trust
Eirril is
me.
the most trustworthy, but still the least trustworthy of all.
Maybe because it's only because he's an elf. I mean, people always think bad of elves.
People trust elves, yeah.
No, well, they don't. Yeah, all right.
No.
Can
Claw.
I get one of the
Claw,
books
Claw.
and hold it to one of the lights and see if that makes a difference?
It's a good idea, but it does not make a difference.
Damn it.
You were willing to lay down your life before to help us, and now you think of us as enemies. We walked together, and I introduced myself to you when we first met in the village of Barovia, and now you don't trust us. That
I
is
never
very bizarre.
trusted you. I just am hoping you are decent enough allies until our duty is done. But I do not trust any of you.
You've never voiced this concern explicitly
Yeah.
before.
You're only voicing
I
it now.
never have to voice it until now. Quite frankly, I am not feeling too great. And no offense, you have all been acting particularly shady in this temple.
Hey
And
man, I've been the same. I don't know about you guys, but I've been exactly the same since I came here.
I have had to deal with Xyril and Eirril, who have left every other companion they have made dead.
In-
I told
And
Hey,
you that
you-
beforehand.
in our
I
def-
warned you that when we first met, Claw.
I know, and I
They-
need
they-
allies, so you are all I have. It
in
does
our
not mean I have to trust you.
in our defense, they were dead already when we had left. We
That
didn't.
doesn't help
We
your
didn't.
case.
We
Cyril.
didn't. We didn't leave them for dead. Like that would imply that they were alive, and then we left them, and then they died.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, but that does not mean I have to trust them.
That's fair enough. You don't have to trust us. I don't really trust a lot of you either, but
Well,
I
you trust,
don't plan
you
to.
trust a friend, do you not?
we are friends. We're friends. I mean, we said this, Claw.
Depends on the friend.
We're friends.
Hmm. I think we've all been through a lot together. You can't not say we're friends, but we're all here to get the job done. Maybe this is a talk for once we've got the job done.
I am tired of this temple. Let us be done here. Soon.
Can I?
Hmm.
I don't know if it's going to really be helpful here. Can I move any of these bookcases, or are they just too heavy to move?
They're very heavy. Yeah,
Alright.
you wouldn't be able to.
There's nothing on the table. Tables.
No,
Because it just
those
seemed,
are rugs.
it
They're not
just it
tables.
just seems weird for this room
Oh,
to be.
sorry.
My train of thought is it's weird for this room to be isolated. So there's got to be a connection from here, because if you think about it, we got in here through a hole in the wall, so that means there must be
Yeah.
another way of through here. So
Well, can I like knock through the wood and see if
Ooh,
anything's
actually,
hollow?
Yep. Can you roll?
Well,
So
that
how many charge?
investigation.
How many charge like
Oh,
on this?
perception.
Dawn.
Sorry, investigation. Yep.
Can I roll? Can I?
That's 14.
No, there seems to be just this room on its own.
Can I? I don't know how much this is gonna. Let me go into the middle of the room here.
What'd you get? Sorry, Eirril?
14.
You kind of feel like it's not like a secret passage or anything like that, but you feel like there's like a corridor, like not too far away from like this corner of the room.
Can I? So, can I go into the middle of the room here? So that's about 30 foot from everywhere, and use a charge of my wand of secrets.
Reveals traps and stuff, right?
No. While holding it, you can if if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, it pulses and points at the nearest
Wow.
one to you.
That is cool. Near you.
Nearest to you, yeah.
Okay, it
The one-
points kind of like in this direction.
Cool. Can I go in that direction then and try and feel for anything on the wall?
You don't feel anything here.
I feel it's
Yeah, I'll say to Eirril, Xyril, that I felt something in that direction as well, but it could have been from the other direction where we met. Villainous.
maybe. My wand here tells me there's something over in this direction. Maybe you're right that we can't get through it from here.
Maybe it's the other side.
Well,
Maybe we should just go back the way we know.
yeah.
But that we might walk into the golem. Is there any risk?
Well, I'm sure we can handle him. You guys are all big and mighty, after all.
So what shall we do? Go back the way we came, leave, sleep the night, and come back in and see what's further? Or are we gonna go leave, think we've done everything we need to do here?
Oh, I don't know. How battered up are you guys? I don't particularly feel too tired. I just need like a little rest for an hour, and I'll be sorted.
I'm pretty battered.
Oh, I guess we shouldn't really stick. Well, I thought your hut doesn't mean means we doesn't matter where we rest.
Yes, but only lasts a finite amount of time. Once it ends, it ends. And if anything is bad on the other end of that, will be able to get us while we're still asleep.
Well, the golem won't be able to get through that passage that we just came
Yeah,
through to
we're,
get here.
we're probably
But we
pretty
don't know if there's another room we could get to.
true, but at least we'll be fairly safe here. I mean, not many big things can get through the crack in the wall.
Yes, we don't know if there's another secret door somewhere.
Oh, that's true. Well, couldn't your hound play guard dog outside?
It could, but then why rest in here if we know we can't?
Yeah, we don't know for certain if it's safe.
if 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 what we were to do was to rest here, and the hound found something, our rest would be worthless.
Hmm. But isn't everywhere
So we might-
isn't everywhere dangerous?
Not to the same extent.
Oh, I know. What about that place we found villainous? He must. I mean, he's a wimp. If something attacked him, they would have attacked him. So if he managed to be safe in the room that he was in, then we should be fine. If he survived that long in there, I mean, he's lasted there long enough for his fellow master person to decay itself.
So you want to head back there?
Well, if it's safe enough for villainous, it should be safe enough for us.
Fine with me.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
Claw needs to rest. He's banged up.
I need to rest, and if we could pick the corner of the room so there are no surprises, that would be best.
Mm-hmm.
Makes fine. Is your thing visible from the outside?
What thing?
Your hut thing. Does it actually look like a hut from the outside? Would people even know that we're in there? You know, like how my sickening radiance thing has this big green light thing going on. Does yours have like an equally obvious
I'm
thing?
gonna say yes. I'm gonna say it's an opaque barrier.
Right. Okay. It's going to be for my purpose.
Well,
Temporary
I've always
mobile
pictured it as like an opaque sphere.
I mean, unless you know of another
The
place.
dome is opaque from the outside, of any color you choose, but is transparent from the inside.
Well, unless you know of any other room in this place that is hidden and locked, from the outside.
Where the skeleton was.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know that he was in there.
There is also the chance that we run into the golem on the way there,
Yeah.
and I am very strong, but my body is probably about a little under 30% capacity.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, then you just won't be first.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I'll go first down the stairs, and then Xyril can lead the rest of the way.
Wow. Okie dokie then.
Okay.
So
I'll
so
go down the stairs.
where are we heading? So I suppose we're going to head towards that churchy thing then. I assume.
We'll head to
Where we found villainous.
Villainous's room.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Is anybody gonna do anything on the way? Or are we just gonna head?
I'm at the back.
You're in the back. My hound is always between me and Xyril.
Of course. Wow. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. I don't think of anything.
What's your marching order? So Xyril first.
I'm first.
Then
I'll go.
The hound. Is it?
Second.
Okay. No.
Close taken back.
Okay. So then the hound and then Ichiro, I guess. So hound.
Yes.
Okay.
The hound's before me. Well, hound's more to my side.
Yeah, because I've got no spell slots, so I can't even. Actually, you know what? Can I? I don't know if this is gonna make much of a difference. Can I use disguise self to turn into the lich?
yes, you may. Yeah. So Xyril transforms and he resembles a skeleton in tattered robes.
Hey, why not?
Oh.
This, I
You're
know-
even more puny now. Jesus.
All right. I just figured it would help.
You look disgusting.
All right. Well, you're a cat, so
Even more so disgusting than before.
okay. It's a good thing you're not a woman, then, I suppose. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I assume anyway. I don't really know with the cat people.
Can't tell the gender.
No, especially
Cool.
From what I hear, hasn't stopped you before, Xyril.
Well,
Okay. So Mr. Marshall. So have you guys arranged yourselves? So Xyril, then Eirril, then the Hound,
yeah. Then
then
Ichiro,
Ichiro.
then Claw.
Ichiro, and then Claw at the back.
So you guys get to about here.
Fantastic.
I'd say. Claw and Ichiro, you notice, so the hound's in front of you guys, and he's like going through, but he seems like a sort of he's walking through, and he like accidentally kind of like stumbles upon like, so you know that all of these are piles of treasure.
Has. You're very. Is it?
Yep.
Are you robotic? Is he robotic for anybody else?
No.
No.
Oh.
No, just me then. Fantastic.
So it's just like some loose coins and like some vases and stuff, and the hound's like stepping around them, but he accidentally like spanks one of them,
Oh man.
and you all hear a rumbling,
Great.
and
I do not
Xyril,
like this.
you hear a like gust of air near you. What's your AC?
Wow. 15.
Okay.
So I
You
was
all roll initiative, please. In the
Oh,
background of this.
jeez. That didn't last long.
fucking hounds. What was it even sitting at?
11.
Likes gold.
I might cut and come back in.
I got 25,
That's way better.
and hound number 2 got 3.
I got 10.
3. Claw got
How,
10.
how responsible for the combat we're in?
Cyril got 11, and what did Cyril get? 8.
8, yeah.
And mysterious individual number 1 got
There's
I'm
something
gonna start
hiding.
using that,
Yeah. There's gotta be
I like
something
that.
hiding in the coins, I imagine.
Mysterious individual number 1.
Okay, Xyril.
Mm.
So something, you kind of like hear something just swinging at you, and you kind of like duck out of the way, and you see like a crack in the floor. But obviously, you can't see what's hitting you, and again, you hear, and something smashes into the side of you, and you take 25 damage.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Okay, you're
Shit.
now all in combat. You guys have seen. You would all kind of hear it as well. You'd see a crack in the floor next to Xyril as he kind of hastily sort of ducked out of the way of something.
Like about
And
there.
then yep, exactly. And then you see something slam into him, and it knocks him back, like kind of sort of that way. Ichiro, you're up first, so you see all of this unfold before you.
I'm going to cast. Actually, no. I'm going to go and use my Staff of Frost,
Mhm.
and use 1, 2, 3. Cone of Cold in front
Cone
of
of
me.
Cold.
So my hound's like over there somewhere.
Yep.
And use the Cone of Cold in front of me.
You
So
will hit
it's a 60-foot cone.
Wow.
60 foot. Wow. So basically fills like this entire section of the room.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it lasts till about there. That's how long it
Are
is.
those doors? Are the doors still open? I assume because we didn't close them.
Yeah.
We never shut
Yeah,
them.
I'd say they're still open, yeah.
'Cause I'm probably tempted to
Are you
beeline.
just aiming straight down? You'll hit Eirril in that case.
And Xyril, I imagine.
And Xyril, yeah, you'll hit them both.
It does 8d8 damage, so I'm hoping it does quite a lot to this bad boy.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh wait, what is the saving
So
throw?
you have to make a con saving throw.
Oh,
Oh shit!
my
Why
word.
couldn't it be a dex?
Oh,
What do they? Oh no, I've got you guys to put your stuff here. 16.
God.
16 to
Okay,
beat.
I'm gonna have to use my lucky points here.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that was in that one, but I'm gonna use a lucky point.
Oh my god, why am I... Right.
Okay, I'm gonna
Lucky
use
points
my
are so OP.
last lucky point.
Come on, man.
15.
No, I'm afraid you fail. Xyril?
No. Fuck.
Okay.
So bad.
Matt, please roll your damage.
I used all my lucky points and I kept just rolling 11s.
Yeah, same.
So I kept getting 15.
33 damage.
Shit.
Okay.
Total.
So
Yes,
Ichiro
33 total.
raises the staff he found earlier. 33, you said, sorry.
33.
33 total.
Oh man, this is bad. Okay.
Wait. Oops, I think I
Oh,
minus
actually,
too much. That was weird.
I don't know, that takes in responsive damage, isn't it? No, I can't do it.
And yeah, a blistering sort of icy wind just erupts from the staff and it shoots all the way down, sort of through the temple. Xyril and Eirril, you guys, you're kind of like sort of not paying attention to what's behind you. You know, you've just seen this invisible thing smash into Xyril,
Couldn't be fire, man. I'm
and
resistant to
you
fire.
hear like a groaning of something like quite large, and slowly a form ripples into
Oh,
view.
fuck.
What the hell is
It's the
that?
golem.
Is it the golem?
I don't know, it's a golem.
It looks like this.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's
Wow.
cool.
It's very
Yeah.
large. It's like towering over all of you.
Very. Is it large or is it huge?
It's defined as large in D&D. But
So it's not very large then. It's just
well,
large.
yeah. I mean, to you guys, it seems very large, but in D&D terms, it's large.
Okay.
Is that it,
Right.
Ichiro?
A creature killed by this spell becomes a frozen statue until it thaws. I assume it doesn't die.
No. Xyril, you're up next.
I assume I'm in distance of this, so I can't really
Yes, you're up.
leave. Oh, and I'm out of fucking slots as well. Shit.
I'm out of rages, so I can't spirit shield any of you.
Oh no, this is bad.
I want. I might have to Misty Escape out of it. I don't know if that's gonna.
This is where we TPK.
I know. Can I?
Well, no, I can still polymorph.
Oh yeah, good
Can
point.
I
I think if I have to, I could polymorph and
This
kill
is.
this thing.
I mean, because I'm only considering this because my turn was right after Ichiro's. Because I'm supposed to do this as a reaction. But can I use Misty Escape? So that's my invisible teleport malarkey.
Is that the reaction one there?
Yeah. But as I'm only saying it because my turn was after Ichiro's anyway.
Oh, okay.
So
So you're doing it in response to Ichiro's attack?
yes,
Okay. Yep. That's
I
fine.
have to take the damage regardless. But
Yep. So 60 feet to a space you can see, right? So it has 6
Yes.
squares in any direction.
So I'm going to go
So-
to about. I'm going to go out the door.
Okay.
And then on my turn,
Mhm.
I'm going to try and sort of take half cover, whatever you want to say.
We'll call it half cover, yeah.
Yeah, of behind the door. And I will Eldritch Blast from the door at the thing.
Okay, roll to hit.
19 to hit.
Yep.
First one.
That's it.
Cool. That one's probably not. 14.
No, that's not a hit.
Okay. Somewhere between 15 and 19. 15 damage. Max damage.
Okay, so yep, blast this thing. And sorry, what was it? 15 damage.
Yeah, force.
And it does kind of like creak slightly forward. And you, in your haste, you don't quite spend enough time focusing on your second Eldritch Blast, and you hit it, but it just like it hits it, but like, it doesn't seem to affect it at all. Claw, you're next.
God, I didn't really want to do this yet, but so Claw's gonna shift, gonna transform into his bear form.
That's just
First time.
That just ups your
right?
That's just ups your HP, doesn't it?
Well, I need it.
AC.
Yeah.
No,
Is that temporary
AC
or-
and HP.
Oh, nice.
It's
Okay.
last minute, so it should be right for combat.
Cool.
I have to roll 3d6 for temp HP. That's
Is that your only one of the day?
yeah, 1 every short rest.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need to do something for sure.
And then,
You could've
sorry,
hit me
my
with-
AC also goes up.
Nice.
From me.
God damn it.
Doesn't it go down if you're a bear?
No, it goes up. I just get an additional +1 as a bear.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Well, I'm a bear man, like I'm.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like a
okay. It's
werebear.
not like an actual, just like a brown bear type.
No, I'm
thing.
not just like a brown bear. Like
Yeah.
I'm a werebear.
Okay.
I'm still holding my weapons and everything as well.
Oh wow. Okay, sure. I didn't realize.
Nice.
So he.
Yeah,
he
yeah, no,
turns-
I'm like a were creature. Like.
Ace.
To be fair, with all the oaths and stuff we've agreed to,
Not
having
surprising, yeah.
with all the black fur and stuff we've got on top of everything else.
Probably don't even
Doesn't
notice
look
it.
that much different.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I probably don't look too much different. I probably look a little bit taller.
Yeah, it just becomes like a bit
Mouth a little
taller
bit more of a snout. Like that.
bigger.
That's pretty about it.
Still.
So he roars. Draws his greatsword.
Mhm.
And he's going to sidestep Ichiro and just say, "You touch me with that ice blast, and I kill you too." And then he'll go down.
It's done for the day.
Thank fuck.
And gonna reckless and great weapon master.
Mhm.
Sorry, that one went off the ground, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem. 15. Cool, thanks, man. The other one's 19. Plus 6, so that's 25 to hit.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, can add that juicy plus 10. So that's... God, this is monstrous. So that's 24 slashing.
With your sort of necrotic sword, right?
Yeah, with my necrotic sword, and then 6 necrotic after.
6 necrotic after. Yep, you swing your sword against this thing, and it does kind of seem to reel a little bit. Sparks kind of like flying as you cut down the length of it. Anything else that you want to do?
Oh, extra attack. I'll great weapon master this as well.
Okay.
That's unnatural 20.
Yes, that's it.
Excellent. Maths. So that's 26 slashing damage.
Yep.
And 6 necrotic.
Okay. So yeah, again, you take a mighty swing, and again, it kind of like reels slightly, and you see sparks flying along, like where your blade is kind of making contact with it. Anything else that you want to do?
I can't do anything else.
Okay.
I am a
So-
barbarian.
So the golem kind of straightens up, and you see kind of like the air around it ripple, and there's a and like a pulse comes out from it. Can everybody except Xyril make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, fuck.
Hiding behind a door for the win.
Fudge, nuggety, fudge, fudge.
That's 10
Okay.
lucky points.
Oh dear. That's 13.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Ichiro?
17.
Okay. Ichiro's okay. The
13
other
for
two of
me.
you. I'm just going to read out the stuff. You can't use reactions. Your speed is halved, and you can't make more than one attack per turn.
Shit.
Oh,
Damn.
So, in IC terms, you feel like you're moving in slow motion, like the pulse ripples over you,
damn.
and you're just like really like, you know, like Quicksilver, like a scene. You're in like
Yeah.
slow motion,
Hmm.
and then to you, Arthur, like impossibly fast, it raises its fist, and it just brings it like slamming down on you.
Of course I'm gonna die. Yep.
It does hit you,
Yep.
and you take, and you don't halve this unless you're resistant to magic damage.
I'm not. Slashing and bludgeoning and piercing.
Okay. Yep, you are not resistant to this then. Take 22 damage.
This hound has got to die.
Iroh, you're next. So you are moving in slow motion currently.
I'm not sure how to do this because I don't want to hit claw. I want to angle myself.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You can move
Okay.
around him without.
So this is gonna hit off a 60-foot cone. And I don't want to blast claw.
Well, if you
With
go
it.
right
Is
next
there
to him,
any way?
Yeah, if you
I
go
mean,
next to him,
there's
yeah,
a
'cause
way
if I-
because
Shoot straight at the golem.
it's a 30-degree angle.
Yeah.
You'd have to basically be
So it's
like
just
where claw is
right
kind of.
next-
You like
yeah,
step
yeah,
towards
you
claw.
sit next
and then
to, stand
shoot
next to claw.
Step round.
Yeah.
I'll have enough movement for that. And
Yeah.
I'll just blast straight at the golem.
Okay.
Kind of
What are
cold.
you- Cone
You
of
do
cold.
that as well.
Yeah. I've got to go big, man. This dude's
Yeah.
insane.
So he rolls, yeah.
Yeah.
He does succeed, but he takes half damage then, right?
Oh, he beat 17. Jeez.
Would you like to
Yeah,
see what he got?
half damage.
Damn.
He got 19.
2. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll it now.
Hmm.
Is it D8?
Is this thing made out of metal?
Amber.
It's made of amber. Yep.
Damn.
You can try and like heat
Okay.
wrestle
Yeah.
it.
That's 44. Oh wait, no. Actually, it's a
Wow.
lot more than that.
8d8.
I've got a Demon Hunter thing that adds an extra 1 damage to each die roll.
Whoa, every
Wow.
Each
die
damage,
roll.
each damage die.
Wow.
plus 8?
It's Cone of Cold is 8d8.
So you get another 8
Yeah.
on top of that. Nice.
So that's 51 halved, obviously.
Damn, that's
That's really good.
So yep,
boss.
Eirril steps to one side and just again unleashes like a torrent of icy, frigid, cold wind, and you see like frost gathering on all like the treasure piles that he hits over here. Anything else, Eirril? You'd like to
Oh,
do?
I can't do anything else.
Okay. It is now the Hellhound.
the Hellhound's gonna come around. So, in the time out of combat,
Oh,
Is
sorry. Did the Hellhound roll wisdom?
oh no, it didn't.
Can you make it roll wisdom, please? Otherwise, the
Uh,
same things will apply.
It's got a 9, so it fails.
Okay, so it fails. So same as. Oh, and yep. So that happens to Hellhound, and sorry, I will roll wisdom as well.
Me?
Repeat your saving throw. Yep.
Oh, okay.
You can get rid of the effect, I imagine.
You might be able to get rid of it.
For fuck's sake.
No, you're still slow now. Okay, sorry. Back to the Hellhound.
Well, it was a nat 1.
No, no.
I mean, no, that's quite harsh. No, you're fine.
Just stop
So
completely.
out of combat, would that have been enough time? The time we were out of combat, would that be fair for Fire Breath to come back without me having to roll the recharge?
I think that's fair enough. Yeah, you won't take
Okay.
anything strenuous either. So yeah.
Okay, so the Hound's gonna line itself up and do a cone of flame or Fire Breath.
Okay.
For the 15-foot cone. So the thing has to make a dex saving throw, or take 66.
And
It's
what is
only a
it?
15-foot cone, so I'm pretty sure the Hound can
It's not very dexterous. What does it have to be?
12.
No, it fails.
Yes,
nice.
take 66 fire damage.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's quite big. It's
Literally
not
got
very-
a
Dex saves, people. Dex
Load,
saves.
load everything.
Yeah,
into
I'm
this
just
kid.
looking now.
I've got one, but I have to be right up against it. I think.
Well, I've
So
got
it's
is attacking.
20 That's 23 damage
Okay, so
total.
it was covered in frost, and now just a torrent of fire just like runs over it. And is reeling. It's half damaged.
Only just half.
Wow. This is okay.
Ichiro, it's back up to you.
What
Oh,
the
I've got
fuck can I do?
Got no bloody spell slots, man.
Oh, do I need to do this saving throw to try and?
No, you passed, so you're okay. It went.
No, for the
Okay.
Hound.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, for the Hound. Oh, I keep forgetting.
That's a 3, so no.
No, he's still slow now.
I'm going to.
Just picture Claw is like raging up for his next attack, just going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up to the golem and try to hit it with my sword.
Yep, roll to hit.
So mighty plus 11. So that's a 13 plus 11, so 24.
Yep, that's it.
And then on a hit, I'm gonna do a by inspiration, do the psychic blades.
Psychic. Okay. Yep.
So it's 1d8 plus 7, so that's 14 slashing damage.
Slashing. Is
Yeah.
this a magical weapon?
No, it's just
Okay.
the longsword.
Okay. Hmm.
And then it takes 5d6
Psychic damage.
psychic damage. 6, 10, 17.
You swing with your sword and you hit it, and your sword just pings right off without like doing anything. And you try to use then your psychic attack follow up, and you can't find like any purchase on it. It doesn't appear to have like.
A brain.
So for a psychic attack, you need to like do something to its mind, you kind of can't like find
Oh,
its
it's immune
mind.
to psychic damage.
So
Basically.
it just
I mean, it's a
it
golem,
doesn't-
but golems don't have brains, so
It's
Will be
hollow.
immune to being charmed as well, probably.
probably.
Bastard.
Xyril, you're up next. So obviously you've seen all this happen. You
Yeah.
see Claw and Eirril and the Hellhound moving in slow motion.
Yeah. I'm going to use for my bonus. I'm going to use my ring of Eldridge Ire.
Okay.
And so I mark him.
Mhm.
He's within 60 feet of me, so that's fine.
Yep.
So I'm going to get a +1 on my attacks and damage, and he gets a -1 on my saves. I mean, I'm not going to be able to roll anything with a save anyway. So then I just do my Eldritch Blasting again. Oh my god. 14, which I think is a
Nope. Not a hit.
And oh my god, that's even worse. 13.
This thing's going to be like 20 and above.
It's like 14 again. Fucking missed.
So Xyril's problem is that he's not used to fighting something as durable as this golem, so he's blasting it from the behind with his spells, but you're not focusing like enough on the spell to give it enough potency. So the spells are just harmlessly like dissipating against like its surface. Claw, you're next.
Can I do the save now, or do I have to?
No,
do it
it's at the end of your turn. Yep.
I guess I'll make one attack roll then.
Hey, if you were wiser, this wouldn't be happening.
Screw you, dude.
Is a mage hand invisible, like see-through?
You can choose to make it invisible, I believe.
But is it by default see-through?
No, you have to actively think to yourself.
So,
"I want
so,
to be
so, it,
see-through."
so it is.
That is a nat 20.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yes, it was a hit.
Because I'm just
The
thinking,
s-
could
the
I like?
spectral-
I wonder if I could cover its eyes with mage hand.
Just gonna mute while I try to
A-
do everything.
A spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range.
So would that be ghostly then? I suppose, and see-through.
Transparent. Yeah.
Translucent.
Yeah.
So they'd be able to. So they'd be able to see through it then.
I don't think you'd be able to blind it.
Mm. I think it'd be quite tricky because you wouldn't be able to keep your hand exactly in sync with its head.
Plus I reckon if this golem is big, you could probably only cover up one eye with a mage hand.
That's true.
Yeah, it's quite large. Yeah, it like dwarfs all of you in size.
I've got darkness, but I don't think that's gonna help too much.
You could try darkness if you like. Yep.
That's 35 on the slashing damage.
Nice. Have you already doubled that? I don't need to double it.
I've already doubled it.
Okay, phew.
I've
Okay,
already done the extra dice. Don't worry.
cool.
And that is 14 on the necrotic.
Cool. So yep, so Claw is just hacking away at this thing, sparks are flying everywhere. And you notice that Claw is leaving deep sort of gouges in the amber of this golem.
Claws.
you may
magical
repeat your-
attacks.
Yeah, claws
Saving
pretty
throw.
much our thing.
Oh
for
yeah, I
this.
get to reroll.
Yep.
Come on, metal dice. Oh yes. Wait, no, is that 13? No, it's 13. Shit. Okay.
Okay, no, you are still slow mo.
No. Sorry. That's is it wisdom?
Yes.
It's natural 13, so it's a 16.
You are still slow mo.
Alex.
Oh, I got a 17, so that must be the DC.
Beats it.
What?
Like
No,
last
no.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You figured out the numbers.
So Claw, it turns its head to you after you've just been like whacking on it, and it swings its fist like right in your face. And as you're reeling from the blow to your face, it follows up with like a crushing blow to your abdomen. So it does hit you twice.
You
The
need me-
first hit does 23 damage.
I have an AC of 21 and it hits me twice.
It's got a big modifier. I'll tell you after the fight. if you
It
like.
makes me want to cry.
So the first hit was 23, I think. Did I say?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. And the second hit is 27.
Is that damage?
Yes,
Yes.
unfortunately.
So that's 50
Jesus
damage total.
Christ.
Yes.
You may need to polymorph.
I don't think he can.
Oh. Shit.
I'm down
Or
to
claw
3
can't.
HP.
Oh fuck.
I mean, it will be literally like impossible for him to get me to my max in one hit. I hope.
I will
Oh,
say
you're-
that it's looking
yeah.
pretty banged up now. Claw's
Yeah.
done a number on it for sure, and you guys were like blazing it and thrusting it.
Are you using?
ultimately, so-
I think like Ramona, or if or someone picking up his. It's a long. Is it a long sword? The thing you picked up from the
Great sword.
great sword.
Iroh, you're up next.
I was pretty scared by this thing.
You fucking
Fucking
coward! You
huge.
leave me now, I swear.
No, he's not gonna leave. He's not gonna leave. He's not gonna leave. But I am gonna cast Mirror Image to create 3 duplicates of myself.
Nice.
Just in response of seeing Claw get fucking almost pummeled again.
I mean,
I was
is,
a bit worried.
streaming down like his face, and like he's probably like a bit winded as well. 'cause it's
Yeah.
smashed. So yeah, it's not looking good.
Brutal.
Should have rested upstairs.
But yeah, that's my turn because I can't do anything else. So wisdom
Okay,
save
so-
again.
3 extra Irohs shimmer into existence. Wisdom.
Oh, that is 18.
Okay, you suddenly and you're back
Nice.
to normal speed.
Cool.
Hellhound.
Okay.
Turn.
Let's roll to recharge. And that's a 4. So no in the recharge. So it's gonna bite. I'm next to it, so it gets advantage on its bite. It's piercing damage for its bite, so.
Okay.
That's plus 5. So that's a 16.
It's not a hit.
Oh.
Your dog whimpers as it bites into the golem.
Yeah. You can hear a few teeth crunch. What the fuck can I do? Alright, that's 3 minutes. Oh, yeah, and that's the roll. That's a. I rolled a 16 plus 1. So that's a 17.
It's back to normal. And
Evil, pure evil.
Can I do to harm this thing? I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Oh my god.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Gonna kill all of us. He doesn't care.
We've got to kill this thing. I can heal you if I already have to.
You will really have to. I'm 3
Yeah.
HP.
I think you should probably be spending your turn healing Claw. Really, if you're,
What damage this thing?
yeah, but
I don't know if that's an
Claw's
Ichiro
dealing-
thing.
Claw's dealing the most damage right now. Like he needs to be up and fighting for as long as possible.
Team player.
Yeah, but I gotta touch you to do that.
Yeah, but you can walk around him. It's not. You can walk around the golem without instigating attack of opportunity. It's only if you
Yeah,
leave
he's
his
got
range.
more targets now.
Hmm.
I mean, that's the.
Just do what you want. Just do what you want. I'm done.
If you heal him, I can get his attention.
Mm.
Now I've got mirror image.
I'm gonna do a roll.
Oh my god! Hey, he's doing.
Yes.
He's doing an Arthur.
Yes. Let the dice decide.
Ichiro cast Thunderwave.
Oh,
Yeah, 2nd level.
15 foot
save?
radius this is, correct? So you'll hit
Yes.
everything in the room.
Yep. Makes a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, everybody
am good
put
at
to roll
these.
Constitution.
I'm shit at these. Don't have anything to stop. Okay, I guess it's not as much damage as going on cold.
No.
Oh, that's 9. Fuck.
That's a 15.
That's a fail. That is.
Oh,
What did the thing?
Isn't the minimum damage like 3d8 or is it 2d8?
2d8, but I'm doing it at 2nd, so it's 3d8.
so
Oh,
you're
okay.
down- you're
Well,
down.
I'm dead then.
Well, you're down. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm down. I'm down.
So we'll RP it out in a moment.
Does the thing succeed or fail?
It passes, but does it take any? Does it take like half damage or something?
Yes, it takes half.
Okay.
But it so it takes 14. Everyone, so it takes 14 damage is what I rolled.
Okay.
And everything is pushed 15 feet away from me
Wow.
if it failed. So you can imagine Claw's body just gets flung.
So Claw is basically he's kind of like he's still reeling from the blows that this thing has just been raining down on him, and he is just not expecting this. He's blasted off his feet, slams into the wall, and just slides down, unmoving.
His bare form reverts back to his like humanoid form. He's just slumped there.
My hound passes, by the way.
Is it 14 halved?
If you succeeded.
Did you succeed?
No.
Okay.
Either way, I was fucked.
In that case, you are also slammed back, and it gets an opportunity attack on you. So it's going.
Does not.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay, fine.
Oh, no,
So
doesn't.
it does not.
Question: if we were flung 15 feet back, does that mean we hit the wall?
10 feet.
Yes. 10 feet back.
Did I take any bludgeoning damage from hitting the wall?
I'm gonna say you're okay. It's minimal compared to what this thing's been doing to you.
What I'm checking is if I need to cross off a failure on the death save.
No. I think that's okay. You can roll on your turn.
It's okay. I understand.
No, it's fine. I think if you can take any blows from this massive thing and be standing, you're tanky enough to
Take a wall.
Take a tap.
Yeah. Okay, Ichiro, anything else? I've done the damage for the golem.
I'll bonus action healing word at first level. Claw.
Okay.
So
Can
he
you
gets
roll the healing, please?
he gets 8 health.
Claw, if you are positive, you can wake up.
What? Oh yeah. What? Oh. I
No,
see.
you stay at 0 unless you're doing a different way of doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't.
If
yeah.
you the actual way how it works is when you lose all your hit points, you're
Usually
at 0.
you just go to 0.
Yeah,
but but are you doing?
Are you doing this? They're doing the sunny old Chryssia way where you go to
Oh, is that a
minus-
custom thing? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a Chryssia thing that
What are
I
you
did.
doing? Because if we go in negatives, then I'm still below.
no. Okay, fine. No, we'll go the official rules. I thought that was the negative. So
that was a sunny custom.
That was a, yeah, that was a
okay,
sunny
you
thing.
can wake up. I mean,
He wakes up with 8 HP.
if this happens again, you're going to start getting the equivalent of exhaustion and disadvantage and stuff
That's
through the
fair.
trauma your body goes through. But for now, I'm going to say you're okay and you wake up. But you feel like shit. Yeah, if this happens again, you're going to start getting exhaustion.
Oh yeah, it's fair.
I rolled the max for that, by the way, for you. So be great.
Xyril, you're up next.
It's not a lot.
Thank you.
There's not a lot to do. I will continue my Eldritch blasting. Hopefully that it frickin'
Also,
connects.
Claw, sorry, just quickly, I'm going to say you have been freed from the slow-mo since you technically died.
Came back.
Silver lining.
That is worth it. You can run back in and kill it now with your extra attack.
Boom.
That is
You're welcome.
yeah.
Just to bounce back from the wall, he just comes flying in.
A audible boom does go out about 300 feet.
Yes.
Okay, we will
Makes up for
deal
it.
with that momentarily. Okay.
One nat 20
Yep.
Oh, nice.
and then a 21. Oh, 22. Sorry.
Yes, both hits.
Right, so 3d10. 8. 7, which is 15. 24, 34 damage.
So this time Xyril takes his time really focusing on the spell. You know, he's been working on it since he's seen like the last few go out, and he unleashes a huge streak Eldritch Blast, and this time when you hit it, it reels from the shockwave, and it kind of takes a step forward and starts to sink slightly. It's really banged up.
I'm gonna go, bastard, you downed Claw! Well, I'm
Claw,
shooting at
you're
him.
next. It's looking
Oh,
very
you're okay.
bad.
Oh, you're okay again. Never mind. I take that back.
So I'm going to use my half my movement to get to my feet.
Yep.
And I'm going to run in and reckless attack. Great weapon master.
Wow, are you sure? I mean, it's got a high AC.
I have a
You get
plus
advantage
6 even
with-
with the -5.
Yeah, you do have advantage because both the Hound and Ichiro are flanking it.
I have advantage because of Reckless as well.
Yeah,
That's a 23.
that's it.
That's a hit. Good.
Nice. That's a
Better fucking
shit ton
hit.
of damage.
Okay, that is.
This could
So
do
that's
it.
24 slashing damage
hmm
and 4 necrotic damage. And now for my extra attack. Also great weapon master. Oh, bad roll. That's 12.
It's not a hit.
Assumedly not.
How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Damn.
oh, I'm angry. I want to get up. I want to run at this fucker. And I want to go straight for the slash and just break him in two.
So, throughout this whole fight, Claw's, when he's been hitting this, the blade's been sparking as like metal and amber sort of comes into contact with each other. But this time, I mean, Claw's got back up from being, effectively dead or near death, and he just roars and swings, and he hits it, and there's almost like a shockwave that comes out from the hit, and he slows a bit, and then straight clean through the upper part of the golem goes flying off and lands with a thunderous crash onto the ground, and then its legs sag and fall over. And you are out of combat.
At this point, Claw will slump to his knees, and the sword's going to go down as well.
Well done, team. Well done. Good teamwork apart from Ichiro. Well done.
Only took damage from Ichiro.
I want to
Welcome.
take a rest.
Yeah, I think
No.
I think that's fair. I probably we should go back to that library. But yeah, I think
Now, I think the best thing we should do is leave.
I don't really want to
mean-
travel through this place even more than we have done, to be honest.
No, we just go up those stairs and that's the exit.
That boom was pretty loud, Ichiro. You don't know what you've awoken.
The exit's just there. We just go out and leave. I bet nothing can leave the temple. So that's outside as our safest bet.
I don't know about that.
This could be something waiting for us outside, though.
Nah, nothing's gonna be waiting for us outside. Nothing was waiting for us outside for the first night.
Or the big ass bird. Could carry one of us away.
Nah, we've been here a night. It's fine. Don't have to worry about it.
I swear you're trying to get us killed.
I mean, you got to
I
admit,
can-
that doesn't sound very trustworthy at all.
I can even make my bubble white like the snow, and it won't even see us.
I don't care.
Are you going to be able to get out, Claw?
I can walk.
All right.
Okay.
You lead the way then, Ichiro.
Oh, Xyril's already out the door.
I'll wait.
Sorry, you did the way.
I'm pretty banged up. I don't think I could take more.
Banged up. You did nothing.
But no, you did it instead.
You ran out. You ran out like a little girl. And
Well, at least I can aim my spells, unlike some.
I can name my spells. What
Well,
you
at all of us, I don't think that's aiming somehow.
Amen.
Aiming.
Aiming.
aiming?
Well, you can't.
What are
You
you
can't.
talking
What,
about?
you can't use your spells without hitting everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I hit the golem fine. Just him, without hitting Claw. Ichiro. Look, you did.
Hey,
Oh.
there was no time. It was a reaction to try.
Trying to show off your strength there, Ichiro. Don't know what you're doing.
There's no point in having strength if you can't control it.
I can control my strength plenty.
Clearly not. If you hit all the rest of us, that's no self-restraint at all.
Lead on, Xyril.
Well, I'm waiting for you guys anyway. I'm not going to just stand out here doing nothing. I'll wait until you guys turn up to the door. Or are you still checking out this heap of amber?
Claw's gonna sort of go over to Eirril and kind of lean on him,
Yeah. We can walk out like that. That's fine.
kind of like overarm, leaning on him,
I mean,
keeping-
Iril's gonna almost go to the floor when you try and do that. He can try and go. No, actually, he's
Okay.
strong. He's strong.
You're +7 right now. You're fine.
He is pretty banged up as
But,
well.
I'm
Alright,
like 8 HP.
I guess
I'll
we've...
double that.
Oh, yeah,
Wow,
I'm on
Still got
16.
14 HP.
Yeah.
I got 16.
I need to change my AC back.
I've got 6 temp as well now, but that's, yeah, not much. Yeah, I guess all we can do now is get to the outside and hope that Haiss doesn't throw anything else at us.
Yeah.
Leaning on Eirril, I'm going to keep a very, very wary eye out on dark corners and anything
Okay.
around me,
Yeah.
including even Eirril himself.
I will
I've
probably.
That's right.
attacked by my allies too many times.
Yeah.
He's got his hand on Ramona, so it's alright.
I'll probably be preparing a dodge action as well.
In response to what?
Anything trying to hit me.
It's a rat crawler now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got nothing left.
Where are you guys going? Is it like
I think we're gonna.
here and then like back the way you came?
Yeah,
Sort of?
I think. Well, no, I think we're just gonna go up those stairs. These ones.
Yeah.
Because if I remember rightly,
That's the balcony.
yeah, and then that's near the
Yeah,
front
just go
door,
that way.
I believe.
That's
Oh
the bal-
yes, sorry, yes. You could actually go up the stairs.
So that's what we're aiming
If
for.
you're going up the right staircase,
Oh,
Eirril,
Oh.
Eirril, was it you who took Villainous's thing before?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Can you roll perception?
Yeah, I haven't actually used it.
What was Villas in?
16.
It starts to warm slightly.
As we go up the stairs.
So it's kind of like as you're like walking here, and then as you continue to the stairs, it just goes back to normal.
Gotta go that way.
Did we ever go that way?
No.
Your reflections are also here, warning you not to go.
I mean, I really think we should go out before we do anything else.
I'm so fucking dead if we go anywhere else.
Yeah, pretty much. Anything
I
comes
mean,
out.
yeah. I think Iril's too banged up to even make note of it, but
It's
Oh, no,
very slight. It's
Oh.
very.
I've literally used all the spells I've got access to. I've used all my rages, all my shifts. I'm down to
Yeah,
8
we're-
HP. I'm
we're in
fucked.
no condition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got nothing as well.
I'll keep going.
Yep, that's fine. Just for your information.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me move maps.
Please tell me we just have a night's rest.
Oh god, I hope
Please.
so. I hope so. I hope we get a
I
long
just want to
rest.
sleep.
So we're probably going to go back to where aim to anyway, go back to where we were, which was here.
Mhm.
That was where we did our long rest last time. So we're going to
Mhm.
try and go there and, I assume, be able to use the hut, depending on what Ichiro feels like.
Ichiro will do as usual, like kind of do, like walk around in a circle and then go sit cross-legged. It's like normal, like how a cat usually.
Are we
Mhm.
allowed to? This is the- yeah. Yeah.
So
Um,
you've exited the temple and you're casting tiny hut.
Yeah, I'm ritually casting.
Would it be better to
Lumen's
do it here
tiny hut.
in the corner?
Mm,
Nah, and Ichiro's doing it there.
Okay, it works. The hut springs up around you.
So everyone's inside.
and then we long rest, I guess. That's the aim.
Long rests.
Long rests are like 2 hours of wait time, 6 hours of actual sleep, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to spend like the first maybe hour trying to keep an eye on all of them,
Oh my god.
Okay.
and then Claw's just going to fall asleep out of pure exhaustion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Claw's going to stay up for like the first hour or so. What are the rest of you doing?
Knockout.
Ichiro's keeping watch his first 2 hours before he goes to bed.
Okay.
I'm just.
Iroh and
I mean,
Right.
I can. What's it called?
I wouldn't press
Rounds.
I wouldn't press the long rest button
Yeah.
unless Hass tells us to.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
pressing anything until
Yeah,
Hass tells
that's-
me it's okay.
let's wait.
The thing is, Xyril's probably just going to go like knockout. He'll probably just go to sleep.
Okay. Xyril falls asleep. Iroh.
Yeah, I will trance for a bit of it to kind of keep watch, and then yeah,
For how long are you trancing?
I can do it for 4 hours, can't I?
Okay, so you'll be trancing for like half.
Yeah.
of-
Yeah, half of it. Yeah.
Okay. 1
So-
hour. Sorry, go on.
So, can I do it, or do you want to?
No, you can do it.
Okay. When Ichiro feels that Claw's finally gone to sleep,
Shit.
Ichiro
Wow.
will try to be stealthy with this. So he'll stealth stand up and leave the hut. And because he's left the hut,
Oh, you're fucking kidding.
it disappears.
Just, I mean, I'm in a trance. Can I roll anything to see that?
Well,
I mean,
what you feel is, so the hut itself is warm. It's a warm, relatively comfortable interior, and as soon as Ichiro leaves, you'll feel the cold wind hit you.
Yeah, but then
At the very least, and if Ichiro fails his stealth roll.
Okay.
But then, I don't. But then he.
Basically, you have advantage against the rest of us, but you don't have advantage against Eirril, because Eiril's trancing. But it's our passive perceptions, essentially.
Yeah, there was this thing like if
I'll
you,
let Haiss decide how that works.
because
alright, what we're gonna
there
do
is
is we're
a.
gonna
I'm
do
sure.
your passive perceptions because, as you guys said yourself, you were like not pretty much. You were like really. knackered.
I'm a 12, but because I'm asleep,
Yeah.
he has advantage on mine. So.
Yep. So Matt, you roll with advantage, just
Yeah.
anyway. And Iroh, you can roll perception, but what I will say is, out I see you wouldn't necessarily be instantly suspicious. You know, if he just stands up.
It's only when he leaves the hut and we're all
Yeah,
free.
Well,
obviously,
but if he
You-
starts walking to the edge of the hut, then
I mean,
But
I don't know.
I don't know that it disappears, would I? I don't know.
I mean, I didn't know, so I don't think.
So,
I
I
will
don't
know.
think.
No.
Yeah.
You'd 100% feel the cold wind.
yeah.
You
yeah.
feel the wind, almost windless interior to the cold wind hit you in your trance. 100%.
Yeah. By that point, you've already gone.
Ichiro's already.
I
don't know
will
if
say,
there's
I
any
don't
point.
think realistically you could stop him, even if you said something.
No.
He'd continue walking, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to get up and run over and stop him.
He'd shrug off whatever I say.
So
mean,
if you imagine, just you're just sitting, someone gets up, walks off, like
Yeah. I mean, I can at least press the short rest button.
Mm,
But it's an hour. You said.
You
It's
did
an
say
hour.
an hour.
yeah, but you weren't intending to short rest. Otherwise, you would have rolled
Yeah,
your
but-
hit die trying to long rest.
Mm,
So,
I would say no, because short resting something specific. Like you can't. Like it's like if I said you get interrupted 4 hours into your long rest, and then you'd be
Okay,
like, okay, I
cool.
choose to short rest instead.
right. Okay.
Okay,
Ichiro
so yep,
casts
sorry, continue.
polymorph into a T-Rex.
Fuck.
Wow, that's just end of campaign or
Okay, end
what's
of
going on
campaign.
here?
Here we go. We are wankered. Seriously, Claw's got nothing. Claw's fucked.
And because he hates Zara the most, he goes to chew Xyril.
Can I?
This is horrible.
Do I get nothing for this?
What would you get?
I mean, I've
What,
got some.
what do you want to
I've
do,
got.
and I'll decide. Because he did plan this until you were.
I mean, I've got the only thing I've got. Literally, the only thing I've got is Fey presence, which. But it says it's an action though. So I guess.
I think realistically, Matt would definitely be able to get a hit off on you before you do anything, because you are asleep, and he's acting like instantly.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do is, I think the T-Rex is going to get a turn, which is to hit Xyril. And then I guess we can roll initiative to continue from initiative, which is the way I usually do surprise rounds. Yep,
Advantage to hit Xyril.
yes, because he's asleep.
That's 19.
Well, could I not? I would be out my trance by the time he got rid of the tiny hut. And
What I'll do is, okay, this is the way we'll do it. Cause
would I not be able to warn him? Is what I'm saying.
You'd see the T-Rex thing.
Well, I'd see him going to attack
feel
you. So I'd surely be able to warn Xyril. No?
DM?
Okay, you and I will roll initiative. We'll do it that way. I think that's the fairest way to do it.
Oh, okay. 18.
That's a 10.
Okay. Eirril. Yeah, we'll say you go first in this quote unquote surprise round. Claw and Xyril are asleep.
Yep.
What do you want to
Ow.
do?
I'm still a bit iffy on this long rest not being a short rest because it's an hour. I really don't. Because
I don't think you should
but it doesn't matter because in theory, if you could sleep for an hour for short rest, you could take a nap, and that's essentially going to be happened here, regardless of it being interrupted. My argument here is that I still took an hour of rest, regardless of what I intended to do. I've still rested.
So the reason I was not going to allow it is because now that you know what's happening, you can just use like your max hit die, for example. And it's not something you knew was going to happen, so it's kind of like you're retroactively applying health.
I don't. Okay. Well, shall we do a thing that says that I don't gain any health? If you
But
want.
that negates the point of the short rest.
Well, no, because I get spell slots.
No, but the part of the short rest is you gain hit points. You can gain hit points.
I'll allow you to get
to cherry
spell
pick.
slots, but I'm not. If you had told me the health like in advance, like for some, I know you wouldn't. But if you were like, if in case I get interrupted, I'll use this.
Yeah. No, which is
But
fine.
yeah, you can do your spell slots if you want.
Right.
Like it's gonna help.
Okay, so recover whatever spell slots are relevant for you. Eirril, you are first because you won the initiative.
Okay, so
This is kind of technically a surprise round. Like, what we'll do is everyone will roll initiative after you and Matt have both acted.
So I don't actually know if he's going to attack. I just see him walking towards Xyril, or
I'll tell you what you see. You see him walk out of the hut. He transforms into a T-Rex.
yeah.
And you've got a moment to do something, I guess, effectively.
I mean, technically, he could have seen something that you haven't.
That is true.
It depends on how much you think you trust him.
Well, I think either way, I'm going to wake up both the guys.
I think I see. This is.
I don't know.
I see. You see him get up. You see him walk out. The hut vanishes. You feel the cold, and he transforms into a T-Rex. That's your information that you got.
Yeah. So I think I'm just going to shout out to Claw and Xyril. Not at them, but they'll hear it. I'll just be like, Ichiro, why the fuck have you turned into a dinosaur? Are we under attack? But I'll say it loud enough so that Xyril and Claw will hear it.
All right.
To
Fine.
wake them up. Yeah.
We'll say they both kind of like jerk awake.
Genuinely think Claw at this point is so fucked that he'd probably still be asleep.
Up to you.
But
I'm putting it there just because I genuinely think he's that fucked at this point.
True to RP. Yeah, fair enough. If you want to.
I don't think that kind of yell would get him up. I think someone would have to shake him awake.
Okay.
Okay.
Ichiro, it is you now.
Right.
And you're biting Xyril.
Yeah. Do I get advantage? Not advantage. Technically, he's still on the ground, prone.
Yeah, I'm going to say he is prone because he's asleep.
So if he's prone, I have advantage.
Then yes, you get advantage. But you are technically awake, Xyril. So if that makes any difference to what you can do.
You see the jaws of the Tiefling.
That's a nat 20.
I guess I don't see the. Do I see the polymorph? I suppose I don't know if he's attacking me. I assume he's facing.
This is very confusing for you.
He's already turned into a dinosaur by the time that
you hear
Iril's yelled.
Iril say, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, because he's turned into a dinosaur already.
Okay, you got an nat 20. That's unfortunate for Xyril. Roll
And
your
that's-
damage, please.
So that's, normally it's 4d12. 2, 3. So that's 24 on the first set of rolls.
I knew I didn't trust you for a reason.
Hmm.
48. That's 56 plus 7. So it's 65. I want to say.
I can see your health here. Xyril, you got
Oh.
67, yeah? So
No, that's not that anymore. I suppose I'll add my temp hit to it as well, so it's 22.
is that what you got remaining?
That's what I have.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, no, you're fucked. So,
Yeah.
Xyril basically just gets chewed up by this T-Rex.
You are grappled because you are medium or smaller in its jaws.
Okay, can everyone roll initiative, please? Claw, roll
Uh,
anyway, even though you're asleep. If someone wakes you, you can get up.
I think the chomping may have done it.
You're up. You wake up to the sound of chomping and what I imagine is Xyril
Crunch.
screaming.
I mean, not the best time for a natural 20, but 23 for my initiative.
Claw, 23.
Fucking, I'm screwed anyway. I don't have enough health for this.
Yeah, same.
Ichiro.
I had 10 from before.
Okay. Ichiro, 10. Eirril,
I got 10 as well.
can you two reroll or pick who you'd like to go first?
Well, actually no. Iroh, you were higher than me before.
Well, I was 17 before, yeah.
Isn't that the same? Yeah, so it's the same,
Same
combat. So
Oh, okay.
yours is
So-
17.
Okay, and
Hound got 9. Hound number 2 got 9.
I've got 9. Xyril.
I'm dead, aren't I?
Death saving, right?
No.
You're in death save.
Continue to chill
Well,
on you.
well, how much damage did you just do to me?
We're not doing the negatives, so
No,
unless he
but
continues
how
to jump on.
much did you do? Because
if he goes
If
past
you
his
can-
max, then yeah,
Ah,
that's
okay.
instant kill.
It's
50?
65
65 total.
total.
Okay, yeah, I'm not. Okay,
Not yet.
no. So I'm in death.
But
save.
you are grappled in its jaws.
That's fine. I got 14 initiative.
14. Okay, Claw, you're up first. I think the chewing and the screaming and general chaos would probably wake you up. Yeah.
So I'm gonna see what's happening. Realize Ichiro is not there. Assume he's the dinosaur. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this hound up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna reckless attack
Okay.
the hound.
Wow.
Great
What
weapon master.
It's on 30. It's got a 15 AC.
Yeah, I got 23, so that's a
Yep.
beat.
So,
It's still on 33 health HP.
Okay, that is. So
What
that's,
in the?
that's 23 slashing damage,
mm-hmm.
and that is 7 necrotic. And I'm going to attack it again.
A hit pretty much kills it.
Well, I was. Let's see. I wasn't doing great with master, so that's 16.
That's a hit. How do you want to do this? It can't survive your strength modifier.
Okay, so I'm going to slash once, and then I'm going to take the head off.
And then it disappears.
I forgot. And then I'm going to look at the massive dinosaur. And am I in its melee range?
It's a huge beast, so
So yes.
Probably yes. So I'm just going to look at it, have my sword ready, but I'm going to kind of not get any closer to it.
so
Seems
it's
smart.
probably had to come around this way to get Xyril. So I'll put Ichiro there. So
And I'm just going to shout, I knew it! I fucking knew it!
Never trust a cat. Damn.
Okay. Iroh, you're next. So obviously you have a bit more information having seen him get up. So yeah, you.
The hell just happened there?
What?
Sorry, my screen's went all weird.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell. Oh shit! Holy fucking shit!
yes.
Wow.
I'm giving
Can I
that
control
control of this. Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
I like how this is the end. This is the end of the campaign. We never got to Strahd.
I didn't think that was going to happen though. To be fair, I was kind of.
I mean, I
hoped.
do have one spell slot, and I can cast Misty Step, so I could escape right now.
I think it's worth doing. At least have someone alive. Let's face it, we're not getting out of this. Xyril would have done it. At this point, if Xyril had a thing, he
I
would have been
hope
out.
seeing the T-Rex on the screen brings this home to you what you're facing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually does. It really does.
I would get the fuck out of there.
Honestly, my next turn I planned on disengaging.
There's no point even attempting to try and hit it.
The
It's
thing
got
is,
quite a low AC.
what is the speed
But
of a
even-
T-Rex?
Yeah.
50 feet.
God.
You can't escape.
I can get a head start.
No, you.
No,
Yeah,
because then
no,
he could. He could
30
double. Well,
feet.
no, because he could. All he would do is double dash, and for his reaction, hit you when you leave its area.
That's one player left.
I don't even think there's much point. I don't even.
I mean, there's no point in attacking it, so I'm gonna disengage. It's a
Okay.
bonus action from Misty Step. So can I only just use my?
You can misty step
Well,
and
you
move.
don't.
I can't dash.
You can move.
You can move.
You don't need to disengage if you
You can,
misty
you
step.
can Misty
Yeah.
Step and then dash.
Double
Oh,
dash.
okay.
You can misty step and double dash.
So I can get 90 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get
Um,
90 feet away.
Misty Step's 30.
Okay. I'm just going to track the distance you get away from the T-Rex in case he does try to run after you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm not sure we can do this on the map. Yeah.
Because obviously I don't have
90
enough
feet.
space on the map to actually track
Yeah,
the
yeah.
distances. So Eirril vanishes in a puff of misty smoke, and you faintly see him sprinting. in the
Actually, I will say before I go, Claw, get the fuck out of here. It's time to fucking disengage.
I have one idea.
No wonder he wanted to stay out, come fucking outdoors.
No wonder he kept hitting us with the cone of cold.
I knew he was pushing for it.
It's so
That-
funny.
The ham.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm gonna wait
I am
for
so
Kieran.
curious
Okay,
as to
okay.
what the
But-
fuck made you do it. But
Mm.
alright.
Oh man.
He's played it very well. I will say that there is a reason. Find out.
Mm.
Xyril, you're next. Can you roll
Oh, I'm
death
gonna wait
saving,
for
please?
my
Is there
turn,
is
but
there
I need
one?
to shout something at Dan.
17, so it's one pass.
Yes, that's one pass. Ichiro.
Okay. First thing it does is it bites down on Ichiro, and then it does 2 attacks.
Oh my god. So
on
that's
Xyril.
So well no, yeah, it does a bite attack and there's a tail attack. So it'll tail
Okay.
attack claw.
okay.
Oh, I'm so close.
So that's 13 plus 10, so it's 23.
That is a hit.
And
I
that's,
don't think you can survive a hit, right? If you're
that's 3d8 plus 7. 8. 11.
unless he rolls. No, you can't. You can't survive a hit.
8, 11, 14, 21 damage.
That
with a
brings
tail.
Claw down. Unless you've got anything.
No, I'm down.
Okay, so
That's it.
he starts crunching down on Xyril, blood splatters, and then before you have time to react or cry out, the tail just whips around and slams into your midriff, and you're literally like lifted up after you go flying and crash down in the snow. Claw, can you roll death saving, please? Although, actually,
There's not much point, is there? Because we're not going to get
there's
back
not
up.
much point. Matt, I assume you're going to finish off these two.
Yes.
Are you
and-
going to chase after Eirril?
Oh yeah, I've got Misty Step as well.
But
What?
you can't cast as a
As a
dinosaur.
dinosaur, you can't.
No,
do
no,
that.
but I've got. Tell you what, I've got I've got 2 level 4 slots and 1 level 5 slot left.
How much
I mean, if
did
you
it
dash,
give
you
you?
can move 100 feet in one turn as well, right? So,
As a dinosaur, yeah.
okay. Eirril,
Well, there was a couple of things I was going to try.
Well, you can run. You can still run further away while he's attacking.
okay,
you.
okay. hang on.
just-
Let's-
just to-
let's-
just to
let's- Let's
confirm-
stick with combat just so we know.
Just to confirm,
Yep.
are you staying and finishing me off?
Hell yeah! I mean, he's not going to leave anyone behind.
Actually,
He's a
Do
T-Rex.
I not
so
get
are
a
you gonna?
turn to
So are you gonna?
move?
So hang on. Are you gonna kill us off before you go after Dan?
Surely
after
I
Iris.
get time to dash.
Because then how
Yeah,
many
yeah,
turns?
okay,
how
well,
many turns?
We're going to stick with combat order. Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
so
that's
we'll stick with...
that's 5 turns, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
what
so-
3 rounds.
Yeah, so Claw, can you roll your death saving? Anyway, you're going to be chewed up probably, but...
I mean,
I was gonna say I might as well just let's see. Yeah, no, that's a fail.
That's...
Ichiro, in your current mindset,
Uh huh.
how do you feel about Claw?
He's a tasty morsel.
Do you dislike him very much,
What do you mean?
or do you hate him at this moment in time? Is that why you're trying to kill us?
No, it's not out of hate.
Good. Just wanted to double check that. Never mind.
You gonna hold me? Is that a thing you could do?
I mean, it's up to you if this is out of hate, or if it's not. If it's not out of hate, then it depends. If it's out of hate, then I need
this
to
is
know.
one of the weird things of polymorph. Is as polymorph, you are in this polymorph at least. You take the mindset of the creature.
I'm going to say, for the purposes of what Arthur's asking, does Ichiro, as he was, as he is currently, as like like a person, does he hate Claw?
Ichiro doesn't hate Claw.
Okay.
Okay.
He was in the way.
Which is fine. Yep.
Cool. Good to know.
Okay, Eirril, you're currently 90 feet away from the.
Okay, I wanted to. I don't know if I can do this as I dash, but I wanted just like in desperation, because of what that skull said. He's gonna take out the strange orb and start concentrating magical energy into it, and see if anything happens.
Wow, this just took an interesting turn.
I wonder if you could do it in time. If you could understand what it is to do it.
Well, I don't know if it.
I have to say, the way I envisage this is you don't need to understand what it does. It will work if you focus on it.
Yeah.
Claw, I mean,
focusing on
sorry,
which-
Eirril.
Really, I thought you said there was a command word.
Oh, did I? Oh, shit, that was a while ago.
Oh.
Oh, okay, in that case,
Oh, there you go.
please roll Arcana.
Oh, okay.
If there's a command word.
Because that was the whole point of it. Because if it fell into hands of
Oh,
Strahd,
no, you're right. Yes, sorry.
if it
Yeah.
fell into the hands of Strahd, then it would be bad.
No, you're right.
But
That's
you
my
would have
bad.
to understand what was going on.
I forgot what
That was-
past me said.
The 25.
Oh, okay.
But-
He does break the enchantment with 25. Eirril, the orb shatters and you hear a deep, resonant voice in your head. And it says, "Return from Barovia by the order of the Radiant Church." And the shards of glass coalesce around you. And Eirril, you're surrounded by light and you're effectively out of this campaign because you've been transported out of Barovia.
Wow.
Shit! I mean, it was
You
that or
lived!
die. It was that
You
or die.
lived!
It was that or die.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Unbelievable.
Iron
Glad I
survived.
tried that. Fuck.
Wow.
Iron survived.
That's good.
Woo!
We had a survivor.
Nice.
Nice.
Survivor, yeah.
And as a little teaser, you will be making an appearance in War of the Ages down. But we'll
Oh,
come to that.
wow. Nice.
Nice.
Well done.
Okay, I don't.
That's- Well done. That was a good escape
That was very
clause.
good. Very good thinking. Very good thinking.
Now that Eirril's out, I'm not going to bother continuing this combat. The T-Rex destroys the remaining two of you.
Ichiro
Combat's
wanted
over.
the orb.
I wish you placed. Oh god, there was. Oh jeez, yeah. Q&A.
Well, I think that's effectively the end of the campaign, right? I think
Yeah.
it's epilogues now.
Yeah. Epilogues.
Matt, is there anything you'd
Yeah.
like to say? Otherwise, we'll have this up next week.
So, when Ichiro touched the stone, it offered him the power of a lich,
Mm.
and the character trait was something like, "I only care about power now."
Mm-hmm.
And so, because of that, Ichiro did a few calculations in his head while he was touching the stone, and effectively it was either kill Strahd with everybody, or kill you all now and have time for Ichiro to become a lich.
hmm
And then, because essentially why Ichiro was in Barovia is that he was tasked by, so Ichiro was a College of Whispers bard, if you didn't guess. And part of the College of Whispers, they'd the Abyss had given them a task to retrieve Strahd's soul for the Abyss because he had avoided death for so long. And so by becoming a lich, Ichiro reasoned that he could also avoid the Abyss. And so he had to kill all you so that he could have enough time to become a lich and be powerful enough to avoid the Abyss himself.
Does killing us really do that though?
It gives him more time because if you were to take on Strahd and win,
You wouldn't have enough time to become a lich.
I wouldn't have enough time.
hmm
So this
Makes
gives
sense.
it gives Ichiro more time
Yeah.
to have done that.
Indeed.
To
It
be fair,
does.
the other way you could have looked at it is if you only desire power because you think everyone else is not as powerful as you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The flaws
Taking that
are,
time.
are dependent on the person because each person's going to interpret it differently. And he had a few other traits as well, like the
Yeah.
knowledge one and stuff like that. So it all kind of culminated in
Mm.
this.
Yeah, it was because it was literally a coin flip of, do I think all of us together have enough strength to take on Strahd?
Mm.
That was no.
We would have done.
and
We would have
because-
done. Fully rested.
And that was it. So it was so his decision was because he knew that something turned invisible in that room,
You guys all
in
forgot.
the
I said out of
in the
character.
golem room.
Yeah.
He knew something turned invisible. So as a test, he was going to activate it. So he sneakily got his the hound to knock something over to activate something in the room.
Yeah. Why other would it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm really shocked to know you
was
picked
so
up on
random.
it. I said the hellhound stumbled on like a gold coin.
When you said the Hellhound stumbled, I was like, oh, Haiss, that's a bit of a push as a DM, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Just trying to screw us over.
Genuinely, I was like, oh, man.
Oh
this is
man,
a push."
disappointed. You think I would push into combat? No. It was all planned by Matt. His hound accidentally snagged on the treasure.
To be fair,
like you said, he knew something had turned invisible in that room earlier.
I haven't
Horrendous.
trusted Ichiro since he picked up that staff.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Ichiro, when Ichiro picked up the staff, it was like you have to search for power now. You're obsessed with power. Or
My
something.
word. So
I
it's-
crave power above all else and would do anything to obtain more of it.
Blimey, and
So-
they're doubling down with the other thing. Is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
exactly. It just worked out to perfection. And because you're weak enough, it was either now kill you all or
Yeah.
never and take on Strahd.
And that makes sense. I had a. We'll leave
Do you
it.
wanna-
Um,
reveal it after?
my guess is that you accepted the oath.
Oh yeah.
Your personality changed.
So I
You
basically.
RP'd it all of you have RP'd your traits very well. I have to say, like Matt did his really well, Arthur did his really well, to the point where you all noticed something was off. Very well done.
There was one I can't answer questions straight.
Yeah, I was,
Really?
yeah, no one
Trying
really
not
asked
to
you
is really.
As we're near the end, I'll just say I got so the option to become a vampire or vampire. He accepted, but basically got the trait of there are hidden enemies everywhere. So
Fantastic.
he considered you all
that's
really,
horrible.
really untrustworthy.
I know.
And I very nearly, especially with you attacking me, went and did one of the things I had to do, which I don't know whether I should reveal it now or not.
Oh,
Well,
it's
the
up to
campaign
you.
ends, so it's
It
either
is the
Q&A or
campaign
now.
end.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk
Okay,
to Matt a little
basically-
bit about the epilogue, but other than that, it's campaign end.
I had two choices. I could either kill someone who loved me and drink their blood,
Okay.
or get someone or someone who hates me to kill me brutally, and I would come back as a vampire, which is why I had to ask you if you hated me. Like,
Yeah.
in this instance.
Unfortunately, in this instance, it was just a pure of
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Core was
In the way.
in the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact that he must die. I bet some of the traits, if I had picked them up, then it would have been a hate.
There were some rooms you didn't go to, actually, but we can talk about that later.
When I leaned on Eirril, I was literally this close, thinking he's really low on health. I could just kill
Jesus.
him right now.
So, because obviously love is quite a strong condition, I said to Arthur, kind of, the next closest thing, and Iroh, I know, does consider Crawl like a friend.
Yeah.
Well, the
I
way
said-
you were all talking, I was kind of like, with the friend thing on like up the stairs, I was thinking, well, I could kill Xyril, I could kill Eirril.
I'm not surprised Xyril got killed first. You know.
That's a funny
Because-
way stated.
So the reason why I targeted Zyra was especially first, because with your was it your
Misty
extra
Step.
your extra special Misty Step.
Yeah. The thing is that I have to take damage anyway, so it would have made a difference. I can't avoid
Yeah,
the
but-
damage by taking it.
Yeah, but you would have if you were awake, you would have and survived the hit.
I wouldn't have done though.
You would have
Yeah.
disappeared out of his
Yeah,
mouth,
yeah. Unfortunately,
and
yeah.
you would have ran like Iro would have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you were the first target
because
to
my
make sure that your spell slots were gone,
yeah,
so you wouldn't
Yeah.
run away.
yeah. The only thing I potentially had was Counter Spell, but I don't think that would have been high enough anyway.
No, probably not.
Um,
Not for polymorph.
no.
I just
The
think
fourth
it's
level
funny
spell.
that Matt set up that whole Amber.
Yeah,
That
was
I mean,
so
to
good.
be,
Yeah.
That was so
Miss
good.
it
Well
lead to
done.
weaken you,
to
and
be,
it worked
to,
well
so
done.
well.
to be
Yeah.
fair, I'm less annoyed because it was so well planned.
It was really well
Yeah.
planned.
It was
yeah.
so
So,
good. And
you
to
know.
be honest, because me and Haiss were slightly talking in the background, if I genuinely thought I could have killed and drunk Iril's blood in one turn, it would have happened.
Man, I wouldn't.
To survive that last bit, it
T-Rex
would have
versus
happened.
Vampire would have been ace.
Jesus.
It would have been really interesting because what I said to Arthur is if he is died and it fulfills the condition, in that moment he will rise again fully healed as a vampire. So he would have come back
Yeah.
much stronger than he was before.
Out of interest, Haiss.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember my backstory
Mhm.
for Xyril, the original, back in the day. Would any of these dark gifts fulfilled his backstory in any way?
There was one I planned, but I can't remember. Remind me again. If you want, you can say it in the Q&A, and I'll check my notes because I've got like old notes which I wrote in a notebook.
Yeah,
I haven't been reading
we,
recently.
I don't mind saying it here because we've still got like 10,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
So Xyril has a secret that he's kept from everybody, which he.
Wow.
And to be
Oh my
fair,
God.
actually I say that secret, kind of not, because he doesn't actually know the truth. He is half incubus, which is a male
Yeah.
succubus.
That makes so much sense.
Which is a male succubus.
Yeah.
Every time he sleeps with a woman, he absorbs them.
Ah.
Ah, that's why the
And-
woman went missing.
That's why she get missing.
You
And
remember? Well done. In the
Yeah,
Messiah
yeah.
camp. That's
Yep.
why they got
Yeah,
angry
yeah.
at you because you
Yep.
slept with her.
and
Cool.
like that kid's mother, she disappears now.
Oh my god.
So he's an orphan.
So bad.
And whenever he does it, he appears younger.
Which
So
is
that's why
he's
you're
been
getting
very
older.
That's
old.
why I'm getting old. Yep.
Oh, shit.
Xyril is actually 50.
What the
Oh,
hell?
no way.
That's why he knows.
Oh, what-
That's why he knows things like tomfoolery.
But maybe
Oh,
Eirril would have
amazing.
known that. I just, as a...
But he doesn't
Oh,
know that.
God.
So his father was an incubus and his mother was a tiefling and somehow survived and gave birth but died in the birth. So he is half incubus. He doesn't know why.
So,
But I
Sonny,
said-
there are a couple ways. Sorry, go on.
So I said to Haiss, if for whatever reason he, I don't know, was fueled with enough evil power, he could in theory race change to an incubus.
Yeah, I remember now. So if you had interacted, there was a particular one which is like the gift of knowledge kind of thing,
Mhm.
and that one would have offered it to you. Or if you took one of the big ones at the end, like
Mhm.
the vampire one or the lich one, you also would have found out the truth. But you didn't touch any of the sarcophagi.
No, no, and that's mostly because of Death House and the fact that his background is haunted.
Yep.
So I took
makes
that to
sense.
be that he's haunted by Death House specifically, and the
Mhm.
death of Cade and Aladdin,
Mm,
which is why he
I love the
overreacted.
fact.
Why he overreacted to you guys touching
Mm,
everything.
yeah. No, that makes...
sense. I think the RP of I can absolutely understand why it's called the TPK Temple.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it turns you all against each other. Like,
Yeah.
Claw considered you all enemies.
And the thing
obviously-
is, we weren't exactly cohesive to begin with.
yeah.
No.
You know, to be fair, I think that's just us as players. None of our characters ever are
I mean,
that cohesive.
That's also the point of the Curse of Strahd, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like to defeat Strahd, you do have to do some things that corrupt you, and if that corrupts you too much,
Mm.
you do end up destroying yourself.
No,
And
I
that's what
reckon,
we've done.
I reckon there's a way to play it where you don't have to take any corruption whatsoever. I reckon in that temple, and we'll leave it for the Q&A on the epilogue. I reckon there is a way to get a good power in that temple somewhere.
Well, the Hound one was pretty innocuous. The only thing he got was like smokes coming out of his
Yeah,
mouth.
but I'm talking like not a dark gift with a physical or anything like a restoration kind of radiant almost.
You're
power.
underestimating the Curse of Strahd module.
No, I believe.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anything for nothing. I mean, it's the fact that we even. I mean, to get Ramona, we had to go to we had to go to Ravenloft. You know, so
Yeah.
that's a
I would really dig playing this again from the beginning and just trying to completely forget the Amber Temple and all the stuff we played.
So, I mean,
Yeah, is it
obviously, I'm
possible to complete it without the Ember Temple?
so.
Realistically.
because of the soul thing.
Oh, would you like me to tell you what the soul thing is now? It
Oh,
explains
yes,
so much Shard's
please.
power.
Yeah, what
Oh
did
my
we have
God.
to do in here to...
Okay. So I mean I've changed a few things. Like the ritual the mage offered you is not something that came in the book. I added that in.
Mm.
Oh, Mordekainen.
Yes, yeah, because
Does
in
he-
the book
does he do
that
a lot
means he's
less?
very anticlimactic. So in
Oh.
the book, when you meet him and you restore his memory, he basically wants to help you and he wants nothing to do with you, which I thought was a bit
That's a bit-
lackluster.
Wow.
So
That's
I
harsh.
added in a lot. He gave you the magic items. He said he'd do the ritual. Because in the official book epilogue, even if you beat Strahd, it says, "Oh, but he returns like a few hundred years later." Just
Also,
comes back.
so realistically, there is no way to beat him then.
So in the official book
In the
ending,
official
you
book.
literally cannot beat him because the dark powers keep resurrecting. So that's why I added in the thing with the wizard, where he can offer you a way to permanently end.
Interesting.
Strahd.
So Strahd can truly never. time.
But okay, so for the two hearts things, this was really interesting. I was dropping so many hints about this, because it's quite difficult to
Ariel
find
would
out
have been
otherwise.
interesting.
So Strahd has a thing called the Heart of Sorrow, and it's in his castle. And basically, you can't kill him until you also destroy that. And
Right.
you know when I kept saying to you, he heals instantly from your hits, and then once Claw broke through it, and he didn't heal straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the heart soaks up an initial X amount of damage, and while it's soaking up that damage, he can't be harmed. So that's why initially, when you guys are fighting him, it appears that he's completely impervious, and eventually you did enough damage that it actually spilled over into his health.
Oh,
Which
I
is
thought that was
why-
just 10
Did
HP.
that break it then, or did that?
So that's
I
how
think
you
No,
do
it's
it.
every
Did he
charge
turn it
is
off?
every day.
So it's basically just 10
Jesus.
HP, basically.
Mm.
That's all it is.
Essentially, yeah, but it's like a lot. It also functions. So let's say you guys killed Strahd there, he would turn to like a misty type form, and
It's a Horcrux.
Yeah, essentially, it's a Horcrux. You have to destroy it, which means you have to go through the castle.
Again.
I mean, the final fight would have been really tough. So let me explain to you a few of the lair actions I was planning on using.
Damn.
That's nuts.
Because I was gonna. I'm still not sure you guys could have beaten him, to be honest. But
Even with everything.
so the thing is, okay, if I use a legendary action and dash and stuff, Strahd can move like 200 feet in one turn.
Wow.
So he can move really fast. And his lair action is that he can move through walls. So it would have been really difficult
That's
for you
been
guys
so
because
hard.
I was planning on you'd have to basically fight him throughout the entire castle. You'd be hunting him down. He'd be like retreating. And then all that time you spend trying to find him, he's regenerating. So it would have been a really difficult fight for you guys.
So basically, even if you do get through all of that shit and kill him, he just comes back 100 years later.
Technically in the book, it says in the epilogue he does return like years later. But because I added that bit in that you guys, because you had got the assistance of the wizard, for you guys, if you had beaten him, it would have been permanent. Curse would have been lifted.
Would you? Is there ever like Is there a mention in the book at all? I know I'm going into detail here, but is there a mention in the book at all of an ending in any way, shape, or form where he does not return? Is there like a tick
No.
list?
No, there's no mention in the
No,
book.
literally. Oh, fuck, that's annoying, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think I would have done what you did. I would have probably put it in a way that he wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well done.
I think some of that is because it gives it a way to make sure that a reason why you could play it again. In a weird way.
Well, a different set of people.
I mean,
Yeah, you could say 100 years later, it's some of like Strahd been able to reclaim Argynvost's skull and like take away that, and some of the like the destruction of the Wizard of the Wines or whatever has been restored.
I mean, technically for you guys as players, I don't think you actually find out that bit because it's not in the epilogue text. So for you, as far as your characters are concerned, he's dead. But
Yeah,
there's like a DM note at the bottom which says, "Oh,
But that's the DM's reason to say why you could continue.
Why you could play again.
yeah, true, yeah."
It's 100 years later,
But I mean,
and it's exactly the same.
And Eirril's coming back, no doubt. He's gonna come back, get revenge.
you
Well,
are
he
not
can't.
going to be able to make it back, my friend, because of.
Oh, he can't
I'll
go
have a
back
little
in.
chat with you about how he's going to appear in War of the Ages, but because you were not meant to use that orb, it was Tifa's orb.
I know. I
It
don't know
was
what's
a
gonna
Zephyr.
happen when I teleport there. I knew Sifa, but he's dead.
He died.
So, yes, they were not
Oh,
expecting.
can you imagine if Xyril got that, man? That would have been ace.
Ichiro was gunning for when he found out the Lich said it was teleportation magic. Ichiro wanted it as well.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
either gonna try and cut the bridge or use that orb.
Yeah, no, the orb was a really good idea.
Yeah. I was lucky.
The orb was the way to go.
Yeah.
If I had a chance to run, I would have run back into the temple and started accepting other gifts.
So I will tell you a fun fact, Arthur, from the other group. So the other group, Matt, the one who picked up the staff, he was not anywhere near as subtle as you. Basically, effectively sprinted round, touching every sarcophagus and instantly saying, "I accept the gifts."
Oh god.
So he had effectively almost every gift in the temple, including one which allows him to instantly be reborn when he dies.
Wow.
So it was quite funny. It was a big fight in the group. It was 3 of them versus him, and they had to kill him 3 times before he stayed dead.
Wow.
Oh my god.
But that's where that group fell apart.
Yeah, I can see
Because
this.
again,
this,
they turned on each other.
this thing turns it up to 11. Seriously. With
Yeah.
The
with
staff is a
insane.
really dangerous trait
It's
because as soon as you
brutal.
start getting offered gifts, there's no reason you wouldn't take the gifts.
This is exactly why it's called the TPK temple.
Because you guys did alright in the combat. You acted pretty well, but
Yeah.
yeah, the real threat was yourself.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to delete this character sheet.
Mm.
I mean,
Sad times.
I can't believe, I can't believe,
Ichiro-
I can't believe I'm
yeah.
getting rid of Xyril, man. I really like that
Yeah.
character. I really do. Oh,
and
This is the end.
I know.
yeah, I think we'll save the rest of the stuff for the Q&A unless there's
Yeah.
anything anybody wants to talk about now.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it next week.
Yep. So
Mm.
Matt, I'm going to just talk to you just to kind of officially finish off
Clarify a few things.
your
Yeah.
conclusion. Yep.
Do you want us to write the epilogues, or are you gonna? I suppose I'm dead
I mean,
anyway.
You haven't written
Yeah.
epilogues.
I'm dead
Do you want
anyway.
us to write the epilogues? Matt, do you want to write your epilogue?
Matt is the only one who gets an epilogue.
Yeah.
And
What happens to me,
I
though?
will technically, yeah, but I need to talk to you a bit longer about it.
Okay, cool.
If it's ready for next time, we can go into it a little bit, but some of it will be a surprise for War of the Ages.
So, Sonny, shall you and me talk about our epilogue, shall we?
Yeah.
No, Strahd brings you back to
I
life.
actually,
What-
I
what
actually,
happened?
I actually, I actually half expected some kind of weird death epilogue like Jafar got.
Trapped soul in the ethereal plane.
You never know.
In
Yeah,
Barovia?
if Variel would
For
be
all
able to find
eternity?
you,
Yeah.
So Variel
You'd be-
also has his own
you'd be
thing.
reborn. You'd be,
Ariel does have his
reborn
own
as
thing.
the soul, wouldn't you? So as a baby was born, you'd become.
Oh yeah.
the soul.
Yes,
But-
correct. Xyril and Claw, you have joined the endless recycling of souls.
Oh, God.
So you are trapped.
I'm picturing like a villager coming up and trying to kill Strahd, and it just constantly happening in a cycle.
Mm.
I
Every
mean,
20 years or so, it's like, I have come to reclaim my land. and Strahd's like, oh, not you again.
Die.
I mean, Claw will never again have the power that he holds now. Unfortunately, his soul will also weaken over the hundreds of years of its cycling, until you forget even who you were. I'm afraid.
Fantastic.
Well, that's cold.
Yeah.
Right.
We can talk about Variel in the Q&A, I guess.
Yes, we'll save it for Q&A. So, if anybody has any questions,
Should we?
obviously,
Yeah. Okay.
write them down or something.
All right then.
So if Eirril's going to be part of War of the Ages, Asifa's technically dead then.
Yeah, I do have an explanation, funnily enough, for that.
Okay.
And it's actually tied to a very big secret in the campaign, so I can't. But there is a reason. And he'll
Okay.
be alive.
Let's see if it's alive. Strahd born back to life.
So you're wearing red armor now?
Yeah.
His mouth is sewn up.
So you may not find out until near the end of the campaign why he is alive. I promise there is a reason.
Okay.
All
I
right.
didn't realize that you would have had a
So I
Actual
didn't write
injury.
it for the intention of Asifa being alive, but it works for him being alive.
Okay.
So-
because it works because if Eirril hadn't escaped, you wouldn't have needed to done it.
It would have worked either way, to be honest. So when Asifa died, it works
Okay.
basically. That why there would be still like an Asifa kind
Right.
of, in War of the Ages.
Shall we?
Okay.
Shall we close?
We'll
Yeah,
end.
Sure.
All right. That's it. End of Curse of Strahd. There we go.
Okay, what end?
Good.